So before Invoca, we had a separate call tracking vendor, a lot of campaigns, thousands of campaigns. Each individual number was essentially a different campaign. It was hard for us to track any kind of downstream consumer journey or caller journey. And we really needed a vendor that could help us wrangle in our call tracking. It was kind of the wild, wild west. But then also help us prove ROI and the value of marketing efforts and how they affected our key metric, which is a patient referral, since we are in the hospice and healthcare industry. Yeah, so we were with a separate call tracking vendor for over 2 years. They had made a number of promises on features that were going to be coming out, and they just were never getting released when they said they were. A big thing though was really an archaic interface. It was very clunky to use. Trying to export any data out of the interface was hard. So it was hard for us to make any decisions off of any of the call data that was coming through because it just wasn't overly accessible. Call listening was really hard as well. If the call started in one call center and then transferred to a local program or one of our local offices, that's where the call recording ended. So we couldn't see full start to finish call listening. So we really had no visibility into what was happening in the call from start to finish. We also have a pretty intense MarTech stack. We have probably 30 different marketing technologies that we're using, and we just needed a vendor that could integrate with as many of those as possible and as seamlessly as possible, and we definitely found that with Invoca. They have so many out-of-the-box integrations, whether it be Kinchu, Google and Bing ads, Google Analytics, things that we use every day, both internally and with our agency partners. And so it was a seamless transition. It took maybe 6 weeks from start to finish. And from day one, we could see where calls were coming from, what campaigns they were coming from, what was driving a referral, which for us was the biggest black hole before that. And calls are our lifeblood of our organization. So it was overnight, our eyes were open and it just changed how we function operationally. So one success metric that we had, we knew we wanted to take advantage of Signal AI. We started with pre-trained for healthcare because that's the industry that we're in. Once we got pre-trained, trained to a certain point where we felt we could transition over to custom Signal AI, we did. We were seeing great results with pre-trained Signal AI, but we thought we could see even higher results, and we were recommended to transition to custom Signal AI through our customer success manager, Farani. And overnight, we saw our conversion rate jump 10%. So our patient referral number jumped high enough to where we could start optimizing automatic bidding within Kinchu, which is huge for us to optimizing our digital ad spend and driving down patient referral costs. One thing we learned with Invoca, since it's so easy to listen to calls, we didn't know what we didn't know. And we've uncovered a lot of things that we were kind of blind to. We had ideas going into using Invoca, what we thought our main issues were, but once we started listening, it was totally flipped on its head. And signal discovery is only gonna help us find even more of those scenarios. So we can't wait to get in there, leverage that, and hopefully just optimize our account even more and our digital spend as well.